Hi everyone! 大人のやり直し英語ストーリー。今日は、第10弾ということで、みよこさんという方にお話を伺っています。みよこさんとはなんか自然に英語で会話が始まってしまって、ほとんど30分間、9割くらい英語でお話ししてしまったので、一応日本語で内容をまとめて先にお伝えしておくと、私のところにいらしたのは、2019年の5月っておっしゃってたか。だから4年くらい前ですかね。会社の規定で TOEIC875 っていうなんとも微妙な数字なんですけど、875を取ったら英語が堪能な人っていう認定をされて、よりグローバルな内容に関われるようになるっていうことで、それを目指して勉強してらしたんですね。で、その当時、760点っておっしゃってましたっけ？ 700 点台の後半っていう感じだったんですけども、リーディングかなが結構苦手で、それを一緒に勉強したっていう感じですね。対面のレッスンはどれくらいだろう。ストア化でやっていたリーディング対策講座みたいのを多分1回か2回受けられて、でその後はスカイプレッスンですね。コロナ前ではあったんですが、お仕事が終わって家に帰ってこられてからっていうことだと、スカイプの方が融通が利くので、それでね、週2、3回取ってくださってましたね。結構もう集中して、がっつりやられてて、3、4ヶ月経った時に、結構100点くらいガーンって上がったんですけど、870点だったんですよ。で、あと5点っていうことで、で、その後はご自身で頑張られて、ぴったり875点取られて、で、先日は結構大きなプロジェクトなんですけど、カンボジアに出張で行かれていましたね。今ではもううちの教室でもう1、2を争う英語ができる人、英語ペラペラな人っていう感じなんですけども、一つはやっぱり TOEIC で875を取ったことが大きな自信になったっていうのと、あとは、やっぱりどんなグループレッスンでも絶対なんか言うぞっていう気合が彼女は全然違って、頭の中でこういうこと話そうっていうふうに、私もそうなんですけど、そういったことを準備しているうちに、だんだん、レスポンスが早くなったっておっしゃってますね。それがそのままも会話力につながって、お仕事の場面でも、グローバルな会議に出られても、海外に行っても、焦らなくなったっておっしゃってますね。で、あとは、彼女はとにかくもう音読と、その頭の中で言うことを準備するっていうシンプルなやり方に絞られていて、ツイッターとか、あと人のブログとか YouTube とかね、いっぱい見て、これやるといい、あれやるといいっていう、そっちに結構時間を取られてる人が多いんですけど、もうこれって決めたら、なるべくシンプルに、それだけを愚直にやった方が伸びると。で、今彼女はフランス語も準1級かな仏研って言うんですけど、仏研の準1級、セファール B2 レベルですね、を目指して勉強されてるんですけども、私と一緒にやった英語の学習法、実はここでは言ってないんですけども、リスニング強化も結構一緒にやったんですけど、いろんなこと試しましたね。私が英語でセンテンスを読んで、一文ずつパッと訳すとか、あとは私が話してる間に文字をイメージしてみたり、漢字の形をイメージしたり、あと手で宙になんか書いているようなジェスチャーをするとか、そういったことも結構助けになって、で、リスニング力がすごく伸びたんですよ。で、今実はトフルの問題とかを使ってやってみてるんですけど、すごいです。なんかもう鳥肌立つくらいこの間できててびっくりしたんですけど、うん。なので、それをフランス語の方にも活かして、なるべく耳で聞きながら、頭の中でイメージするっていうのを実践して、結構ね、仏研準1級もいい感じに勉強が進んでるっていうお話をされてましたね。
Well, thank you so much for accepting this offer to be on the show.
It's my pleasure to share with everyone my experience. If
Yes.
it's useful for anyone.
Yes, of course. Of course it is, I'm sure. So, because you are one of the students whom everyone looks up to, Everyone thinks you speak perfect English, but I know that you weren't like that from the beginning. Of course, you were already pretty good, but you made such a lot of effort to reach that goal. So I thought people would be interested in what you've been doing and how you've studied English and so on. So that's why I asked you to be on the show today.
Okay.
So first of all, how should I call you?
Miyoko.
Miyoko is
as
okay?
usual. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Would you like to introduce yourself to the listeners?
Okay. My name is Miyoko, and I started to join Yucony's class maybe 3 years. It was 2019 of May.
Oh, you remember?
It was May. It was in the Golden Week.
During the Golden Week?
During the Golden Week.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
At that time, I was struggling with the TOEIC and
TOEIC score.
TOEIC score. And at that time, my score was already 750 or 60. But I couldn't reach the 800 scores. And in my company, 875 point is the one of the how do I say, to get a reward. And if I have that score, I will be regarded as a fluent English speaker in our company.
Did you say 875?
875, yes.
微妙な、なんか細かいのね。Not 875.
75, yeah. I don't know why 75.
Yeah, and I think you got exactly 875, no?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny. そうなんですね。So you made it.
I made it. Yeah. After, I think it was December 2019. So it took 6 months to reach that score.
Yes. Did you take the test during that time, during the 6 months?
I think 3 times. And the second time, I earned 870.
Like one more question, right? One more
question. So my score, the score
went up.
Went up 10 points.
When you started, it was 750?
50 or around.
So it went up 100 points?
100, yeah.
And then after 5 points.
Right.
Okay, but anyway, you made it.
Yeah.
You
maybe in 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
Thanks to your coaching.
No. So you took my lesson like 2 or 3 times a week. I remember the work. You took my Skype lessons. Okay. Yeah, and then did you gain confidence? And you gained confidence after that.
Of course.
And then you were transferred to a new division, like international division.
Right. It's not international division, but I could join global operation.
Global operations. So now you are rated as a fluent English speaker.
Thank you. And after that, I applied for our company's in-house recruitment, and I was transferred to current division and branding division.
Branding.
Yeah. This is a new division.
Newly established division.
Yes. Almost 2 years ago.
Use English every day?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, almost no, but to apply for this position, I have to have a TOEIC score 800 above.
Okay.
Because our operation is globally. We have to decide globally. So
okay.
Each of us join a global task force.
Okay. Wow.
But it's not daily operation.
Right. Like this time, you went on a business trip to. It's
Cambodia.
Up to you okay, Cambodia.
Yeah.
You have to speak about things that are confidential, but is it okay?
Okay.
That you went to Cambodia? No.
Yeah.
Did people in Cambodia speak English?
No, they speak their own language, Khmer language.
Khmer, okay.
Yeah, but we hired the staff who shoot the video from Thailand, and they speak English. No, we communicated in English, so.
So it helped.
It helped, of course. It helped.
Okay. So, first of all, I think many of the listeners would be interested in what you did to reach the 875 score. Can you explain more in detail about the things or the daily routines?
I don't remember well.
I know. That's so you.
But what I've been doing, I've been doing still now is read aloud.
Okay.
The material. Ondoku, yes. It's a basic. But some of my friends ask me, how do you reach that score, or how do you speak so fluently? And I always recommend them to read aloud, but they don't like it, and they never done it because they wanted to speak. But please remember what we did in elementary school. In Japanese class.
I know.
We read aloud in the textbook in Japanese class. 国語
Yes. 雨が降ったらぴっちゃんちゃんとかにしてるおじさんの傘。I remember every single story I read.
Oh, super.
That was in like 小学1年生. I still remember the first story in my textbook.
Oh.
So you get used to the rhythm of the language, even in your mother tongue, right?
Yes, of course. And at that time, most of us couldn't read aloud fluently, even in Japanese.
I know.
So please remember, we practice to read aloud Japanese.
Right.
And English is a foreign language, not our mother language. So we have to read aloud. Otherwise, I think it's my idea, but I think otherwise we can't speak fluently.
I completely agree with you. Yeah. So one thing you did. And many people are not sure about what kind of material to read, but does it really matter what to read? Or can it be anything? Or どうだろう TOEIC の問題集とかでも別にいいけど。
Yeah, of course. When I studied the TOEIC text of TOEIC, I read aloud again and again. And I retain the words in my brain.
Okay. You imagine the situation, the character.
Yes. So, of course, the textbook of TOEIC were boring. But I read aloud, yeah.
The same sentence again and again.
Again and again, yeah, of course.
Yeah. And there are 4 or now 5 characters or people, right? So sometimes I ask my students to imagine their faces and draw pictures of them. It becomes easy to imagine the characters or in the actual test. 顔描いてみてくださいとか言うときある。この人はこんな感じ。キャラ設定を。Yeah, imagine them as real people, existing people.
Yeah, it's very important, and it's Yucony Sensei's way, method.
yeah. I realized recently. それをやって、あとは、how many hours did you study every day?
It's up to my schedule, but at 1 hour. Maybe 1 hour in weekdays, and the weekends 2 or 3 hours per day.
Yeah, okay. I remember you in Starbucks or somewhere studying the whole day. So English 4 hours and then French too?
Yes, right. Yeah.
他にみんなが知りたいことなんかあるかな。でも TOEIC のスコアアップをされた後の実際のその話すっていう方はどういうふうに磨いてこられたんでしょうか。
Speaking of, sorry, I'm reading Crickington. Okay, at first, I practiced to interpret from Japanese to English.
Okay.
I don't remember well.
Yeah, one thing I remember. One thing I remember is that 2 or 3 years ago, I started this coaching plan. And especially 2 years ago when the COVID-19, the COVID-19 started in February 2020. So it's been almost 3 years, right?
Yeah, right.
So when I first started this coaching plan and started including the Japan Times Alpha lesson in the plan, I remember you had prepared what to say, or you had made up your mind to say something, at least something. So everybody was quiet, but you were very determined to make or two. 気合が違った。
Yeah.
You were at least determined to say a phrase or two. 絶対なんか言うぞっていう気合が。
Yeah.
So, use of every opportunity you have is the key to your success, I think.
Yes. So in JTA class, I always, and still now, I'm always try to speak English, and I always try to express my opinion in English.
Right. そうですよね。
So because it's English lesson, and I joined the class to improve my English skill, especially speaking skill. So I need to speak English in the class.
Right.
So I'm always wondering why other students don't try quiet and enjoy speaking in Japanese.
Right. Well, some people might think they don't have the necessary skills like you. So your message is don't be afraid to make mistakes. Try to say your own opinion in your own words.
Yes. Yes.
And then, and has that changed? Has that changed your attitude toward work as well? Like when you are suddenly sent to Cambodia or to attend an international meeting, a global meeting. I don't know how to call them, but it helped to actually use English in real situations at work?
Oh, of course, of course.
Yes.
It helped.
そうですよね。ね。What do they need to do? Like, what do you think is lacking in those students who are afraid to talk? Courage or like, なんだろう self-esteem or just 気合 or
if someone is afraid of speaking English, they should prepare in advance what they say.
to say that, and that again, that's the same in Japanese as well, I think.
Yeah.
あれでは言えないと思いますよね。
And one more important thing is it's not, I think it's not the English skill. To improve Japanese skill is most important, I think.
Yeah, thank you. I think so too. I don't want to use the word logical because I don't think that logical either. But they need to make more efforts to make themselves understood.
Right.
To organize their thoughts and put it in their own words.
Yes.
伝える気持ち。なかなか足りないかな。So in many cases, I think the parents are too kind. They try to understand what the kids want to say. In Japanese, we say 先回り. They try, you want this or that? Ask them. But maybe wait until they say it in their own words. It's important.
Yes. And when I look back by myself, when I organize what I want to say in a head,
Okay.
I could speak very fluently in English.
Right.
I'm not prepared. When I'm not prepared yet, I couldn't speak fluently in English.
Okay.
So it's not a English speaking skill. It's my thought. Thinking skill.
Yeah. And one more important thing is, I think many people check the Twitter or other SNS or English learning blogs too much, and they get opinions. And maybe that has happened to you once or twice, but or not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Because I already knew that read aloud is the most important, and then I could go to the next step. And
so with your experience, you knew that was the best way. You didn't even have to check different ways.
And to the learning method is not that complicated. It's very, very simple.
Okay. Right.
So I don't want other students make their method complicated.
Okay.
To learn a language is very simple.
I think so too.
Yeah, basic grammar and read aloud and make sentences by ourselves. Yeah, and read aloud again. Then we could speak fluently.
Yeah,
I think so. I trust it.
okay.
I trust this method.
Okay. Yeah. The time people are checking websites and blogs and Twitter and wondering which method to take. But instead of doing that, I want to advise them to just start doing something.
Yes, there is no shortcut in learning English.
Right, right.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you'll be listening to many more students who want to be on the show. They have studied in graduate schools or universities abroad in English-speaking countries, but they're still struggling. It's never-ending process.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I want to learn more Japanese idioms. So I'll be able to explain better. あと昭和歌謡。I need
What's that?
no, I need more and more examples so that my students can understand the essence or the subtle nuances of the English grammar. So I need specific examples. 例題昭和会話じゃなくてもいいんだけど depending on the student's age, of course I have to change, but something very familiar to them.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's your next goal? What do you want to do next?
In English?
Yeah. どっちでも。
Okay, okay. My next goal is to get the B2 in French. B2 in French.
Oh, okay. That's equivalent to 発言準1級くらい?
Yes, right.
Okay. So now you're focusing on more on French.
Right.
Yeah. This month or yeah.
Yeah. So in this month, I don't have coaching plan, so
really?
I will.
Yeah. In January, right?
January, yeah. So I'll focus on learning French, and I'm doing the same method what I did in learning in English.
And it works.
It works.
And you also want to challenge TOEFL?
TOEFL. Yeah. TOEFL.
But you're already good. We've tried several times, right?
Right.
We've tried solving questions for TOEFL listening, and you're already very good. I was very surprised, and I have goosebumps on my skin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, English is not, how do I say, before, English is special for me. It's a study. It was a study. But now, English is to watch Netflix or, of course, very still difficult to watch Netflix only in English. But
it's a means.
English is means. Yes. Means. And in my daily life, English is everywhere.
Yeah, of course. Okay. じゃあそんな感じかな。他は特に告知とかないですかね。
大丈夫です。特にないです。
わかりました。Alright, so thank you for taking your time for me today, and enjoy your vacation at your mother's place.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. じゃあまた。
See you
next month or sometime.
Thank you.
はい、ありがとうございました。
はい、ありがとうございました。